All right, so hi everyone, welcome to Engineering Economics ES20. For today, we will be discussing topic 3, which is the basic economy study methods. So there's been a lot of technological advancements in the recent decades, no? So technology has transformed our lives from our transportation to medicine to our convenience, no? In conducting things such as this, online classes, no? So we have our laptops now, and the list is almost endless when it comes to our technological achievements. So, in order for us to utilize our scientific and engineering knowledge for our benefit, okay, so we must be able to um, have a design sa atong mga ginagamit, no? So, for example, the design of this laptop or things such as furnaces for our mining engineers out there. So, mga structures for our civil engineers. So, however, these things will not be available for us to use kung wala tayo um, funds, right? So these achievements don't occur without a prize, monetary or otherwise. So in any basic economic problem, there's always the question of will its benefits exceed the costs? Okay. So for today's lecture, um, we will be discussing a lot of methods of analysis when it comes to cash flows. So that includes the following. So we have calculating MAR. We will be discussing what MAR means later on, and um, describing the significance of our um, present value or present worth method, as well as the future worth method. We will also be discussing the annual worth method, as well as the internal rate of return or the external rate of return. Also included in this topic is the payback period methods and the benefit cost ratio methods. Okay, so before we dive into the minimum attractive rate of return, we have here from our previous discussions the ROI, okay, which is the return of investment. So our ROI, as you can recall, is also denoted by ROR. Okay, so it means rate of return of investment. So the formula for this is the annual profit all over the total initial investment, wherein our annual profit is equal to the annual revenues minus the annual expenses. And our total initial investment includes the fixed capital investment and the working capital. So let's have an example here. So a proposed manufacturing plant requires an initial fixed capital investment of $900,000 and $100,000 in working capital. It is estimated that the annual income will be $800,000 and the annual expenses will be $520,000. So let's determine the rate of return in our investment. So again, let's place here our formula for the ROI. We have the annual profit all over our total investment. Okay. So our annual profit is actually equal to the annual revenue minus the annual expenses. And our total investment includes the fixed capital investment plus the working capital. Okay. So from our given, okay. So from our given, we have here a annual revenue of $800,000 minus our annual expenses of $520,000 all over our fixed capital investments of $900,000. Jesus Christ. Excuse me. $900,000 plus um $100,000. Okay, so if you guys have reached this point, um please send a message or write a comment sa ato ang ano no, write a comment sa post here sa Masaw LMS. The comment should say alarm clock. Okay, you'll get additional 5 points if you actually watch this video. All right, so here we have 800,000. So let's bring out our calculator. We have 800,000 minus 520,000 all over 900,000 plus 100,000. Okay, so we have 0.28. And if we convert that to percentage, so that would be 28%. So we have a rate of return on our investment of 28%. All right, so from that, okay, let's discuss the minimum attractive rate of return. So this is a percentage na gina-choose sa isa ka organization. Okay, so sometimes this is called the hurdle rate. Okay, so ginaset ni siya sa company kung unsa na percentage ang gusto nila na mag-earn ang ilahang investment. So usually ang basis sa ka company whether gina-accept nila ang isa ka project or investment is whether ma-meet nila ang minimum attractive rate of return. Okay? So example, if ang MAR sa isa ka company is 25%, then the project from our previous example would be accepted because it has a rate of return of 28%. Okay? So this is more than the MAR. So therefore it is highly desirable, no? So next, let's discuss the present worth method. So this is based on the concept of the equivalent worth of all cash flows, okay, relative to some base or beginning point in time, and it's called the present. So meaning tanan na ato ang mga cash inflows and outflows will be discounted to the present point in time, and the interest rate that is used in this method is going to be the MAR na giset sa company. All right. So this pattern for economy studies is based on the concept of present worth, and if the present worth of the net cash flows is equal to or greater than zero, then the project is justified economically. Okay, so this is flexible and can be used for any type of economy study. So here we have our um, formula, which is that the present worth is equal to the present worth of the cash inflows minus the present worth of the cash outflows. So again, the decision ruling would be that if the present worth is greater than or equal to zero, then the project is justified. So the same thing here occurs when we use the future worth method. So all of our cash inflows and cash outflows will be converted to the future worth value. Okay. And the interest rate that is going to be used is generally the MAR of the company. So again, if the future worth of the net cash flows is equal to or greater than zero, then that project is justified economically. So for this, we still have the same formula now. We have the future worth is equals to the future worth of our cash inflows minus the future worth of our cash outflows. Okay. Next, we have the annual worth method. Now, for this, the annual worth of the project is an equal annual series of amounts for a stated study period that is equivalent to the cash inflows and outflows, and the interest rate that is going to be used is still the MAR. So, meaning, in this method, the interest on the original investment or the minimum required profit will be included as a cost. Okay, so how would that appear in our formula? So, again, although same annual worth, it's just equal to the annual worth of the cash inflow and the minus the annual worth of the cash outflow. However, pag-abot sa ato ang cash outflows, included diri ang all annual expenses plus the annual depreciation charge plus the minimum na required profit. So again, if the annual worth at the interest rate of MAR is greater than or equal to zero, then the project is going to be economically justified. Next, we have the payback, or it's also called the payout period method. So for the payback method, this indicates a project's liquidity rather than its profitability. So it is the kanang period which makes method. I mean, this is the method which makes use of the payback period. So this is defined as the length of time required to recover the first cost of our investment, okay, from the net cash flows nga na-produce sa ato ang investment at an interest rate of zero. So, kibali, it's the speed with which an investment is recovered from our income. Okay, so the formula for this would be ang payout period is equal to the investment minus our salvage value all over the net annual cash flows. Okay, so it's desirable na the lower the payback period, okay, it's more the investment is considered more desirable. Okay, so kung mabot na, although when it comes to big investments, it's understandable if the payback period would be about 5 to 10 years. But generally, most investors would want their money back in 2 to 3 years. Okay, so the payback method calculates the number of years required for cash inflows to equal the cash outflows. Okay, so here we have example number two. An investment of 270,000 pesos can be made in a project that will produce a uniform annual revenue of 185,400 for 5 years and then have a salvage value of 10% of the investment. Out of pocket costs for operation and maintenance will be 81,000 per year, and taxes and insurance will be 4% of the first cost per year. So the company expects capital to earn not less than 25% before income taxes. So is this a desirable investment? Let's find out by using ROI, annual worth. Okay, we also have present worth and future worth. And we also want to know what's the payback period for our investments. Okay, so para dili ta malibog when it comes to these things, um, let's try to um, write out the given and also include the cash flow diagram. Pero pag cash flow diagram, okay? So number two, we have here the given. We have an investment. So let's say that's the first cost, no, of 270,000, and then the annual revenue for 5 years is going to be 185,400. And then we also have a salvage value of 10% of the investment. So let's calculate that right now. We have 10% of 270,000. So that would be 27,000. Okay, so we also have out of pocket costs for operation and maintenance. So let's dub that as OM. So our OM is going to be 81,000 per year, annual OM. And then we also have taxes and insurance. Okay, so let's dub that as TI. I think that's going to be annual. So that's 4% of our first cost per year. Okay, so 4% of 270,000 is going to be pilaman. That's going to be 10,800 pesos. All right. Next, the company expects capital to earn not less than 25% before income taxes. So that means mauna na ang ato ang MAR, 25%. Is this a desirable investment? So let's use ROI. Okay. So after mabutang nato tong given, let's um um let's put the cash flow diagram. So we have 5 years, no? That's zero. Um, first cost. So pag mag-cost ganita, then the arrow would be going upward. Okay, so naatay gigawas nga 270,000 pesos. Now naatay annual revenue for 5 years. Revenue, then the arrow is going to be downward. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Okay. So from that, naa siya salvage value. Okay. So kanang salvage value, that is the money that we receive at the end of our investment. No? So mo na lang na nabilin sa ato ang um, business. Kibali. Okay, so atong salvage value is 27,000 lang. And then we have taxes and insurance and operating maintenance. So that's going to be every year makuha na nga to ang kwarta. Okay, so we have here, let's put that as A, wherein A is equals to OM and CI. Okay, what else? I think that's about it. So let's start with the ROI. So as you can recall, our ROI is equal to um, total annual revenue over the total investment. So here, wala man tayo fixed capital and working capital. So nara tayo isa ka investment, which is the 270,000. So let's move to the annual revenue, which is annual, ay, sorry everyone. This is annual profit over the total investment. So here we have annual profit equals to the annual revenue minus the annual na expenses. All over the, so again, since in this problem, wala tayo fixed capital and working capital. So let's just place the total investment. All right, so before we solve or start to calculate for anything else, I want to introduce you to the concept of the annual depreciation charge. So here, before we actually solve for ROI, let's say the annual depreciation charge is, or it can be used by any method. Okay, so the annual depreciation charge is just equal to the first cost minus our salvage value all over the number of years na ano. So na ang investment. So in this case, we would have 270,000 minus 27,000 all over 5. Okay? So let me check for our calculator. So in this case, we would have all over 5. So ang atong annual depreciation would be 48,600. Okay? So with that, let's start to solve for our ROI. Okay? So atong ROI is going to be, it's the annual revenue. It's 185,400 minus the expenses, which is the annual depreciation charge, meaning that every year mo ni ang makalose na to sa to ang investment just for depreciation. 48,600 plus, of course, our annual operation and maintenance cost, which is 81,000 plus the 10,800 for tax and insurance. So all of that is going to be divided by our total investment of 270,000. So here we have 185,400 minus 48,600 plus 81,000 plus 10,800. So that's going to be over 270,000. So ang atong cost would be 0.1667. Okay. So from that, we can already see that the ROI is less than our MAR. Okay. So that would mean that therefore the investment is not justifiable. Okay. So let's check with the other methods to see if consistent ba ang ato ang results. Okay, so let's move to the let's see, annual worth method. Okay, so sa annual worth method, tanan na to cash inflow and cash outflow is going to be in the annual nga setting. So actually, it's nice kasi the way the problem is set up, naka-annual na ang naka-annual na tong cash outflow and inflow, and naka-solve na pud ta for the annual nga depreciation charge. So dili na lang dayon nato siya solve. So from our formula earlier, we're in the annual worth is the annual worth na inflow minus the annual worth nga outflow. So as you can remember from our earlier slides, let's check the annual worth of the cash outflows. So here we have AO. So AI minus, ang AO is equal to all the annual na expenses plus the annual depreciation charge plus the minimum na required profit. Okay? So aside pa di ay sa kaning tulo, okay, we also have to add the MRP. Okay, so what's the MRP? So that's just the MAR multiplied by the first cost. So then, since we have 0.25 as our MAR, i-multiply nato na siya sa 270,000, that's going to be, kailangan, that's going to be 67,500. Okay, so now we can solve for our net annual worth. So our annual income is going to be 185,400 minus our annual expenses, which is 81,000 plus 10,800, plus of course our ADC, which is 48,600, and our minimum required profit. So dili jud kalimtan ang MRP, which is 67,500. All right. Finally, we can solve for that. 185,400 minus 81,000 plus 10,800 plus 48,600 and our 67,500. Okay, so we get a value of negative 22,500. Now, from our decision ruling, if the annual worth method is less than 0, then that would mean that therefore the project is not justifiable. Okay, so makita na to na consistent ang ato ang value, or I mean ang conclusion nato with the first method, which is the ROI. So next, let's use the present worth nga method. Okay, so for our present worth method, tanan natong annual income, okay, tanan natong annual income would be discounted to the present year zero. Okay, pati atong not just the annual income but anything inflow and outflow, including the salvage value, is going to be discounted to the first to the year zero. Okay, so from our formula, the present worth is net present worth is equals to the present worth of the inflow, cash inflow minus the present worth of the cash outflow. Okay, so from that, ang present worth sa atong inflow, we have AR. Find the present worth given that natay annual revenue of 185,400. Right. Okay. I'll just play as AR here. That. Okay. Then gamitan natin na interest rate would be the MAR 25% for 5 years. Okay. Um. Okay. Multiplied by AR. Okay. All right. So that also includes the cash inflow also includes the salvage value. Okay, so the salvage value is a final, right? It's a future now worth. So let's find the present worth given nga natay future worth for 25% in 5 years time. Yeah. Minus our present cash outflow. So we have for the cash outflow, it's going to be FC. Pero since present worth naman ng FC, so dili na nato na siya tandugon. Plus, ako nang ano ha, kanang bracket so that we don't get confused. Plus our annual expenses. So our annual expenses, since same raman sila ang 81,000 ug ang 10,800. So dili na same ra sila nga annual, okay? So iisa na lang nato siya. I-add together na lang nato siya. 25% for 5 years. And na, okay? So let's expound on this. We have AR 185,400 multiplied by kung P given A, atong ginapangita would be 1 minus 1 plus 0.25, right? All to the power of negative 5 all over 0.25. So same thing, the with the salvage value, which is 27,000. However, since this one is a future worth, so diretso na siya nga 1 plus 0.25. 25 to the power of negative 5. Okay, minus our FC. Mm, FC is equal to 100, 270,000 plus, i-add na nato together ang 81,000 plus 10,800 multiplied. Since annual man na siya, nga ginapangitan nato ilang revenue, we will use 1 minus 1 plus 0.25 to the power of negative 5 all over 0.25. Okay, I think we got that covered. So now let's calculate it all together. Okay, plus 27,000 Okay, so we have for the first part, we have 507,439.87. Okay, but pwede na nila to idiretso. Let's see if kaya sa atong calculator. 270,000 plus 81 plus 10,800 multiplied by, so we have 1 minus 1.25 to the power of negative 5 all over 0.25. Okay, so make sure nga complete atong brackets. Okay, so we have negative, atong answer is going to be negative 9,436.03. Okay, so since our PW is less than 0, therefore the investment is not justifiable. Okay? So again, the present worth method na nakuha nato na result or conclusion is in accordance with our previous methods na annual worth and ROI. So next sa atong problem, it's requiring the future worth nga method. So for this method sa future worth, tanan na ang ato ang cash inflow and cash outflow, cash inflow and cash outflow is going to be discounted to the future, which is year 5. Okay, so we still have the same formula. The net future worth is equal to the future worth of the cash inflow minus the future worth of cash outflows. Okay, so for our future worth sa inflow, itong inflow includes the annual revenue. So we're going to find the future worth given nga natay annual revenue at 25% for 5 years plus our salvage value. So as is na siya, salvage value since na siya sa year 5. Okay, so next is atong cash outflow. So of course we have the first cost. So since na tayo first cost, which is present. Okay, so let's find the future given na natay present. Let me just move this down here para na space. FP given 25% for 5 years plus our annual na expenses. So annual expenses, let's find the future worth given nga natay annual expenses annuity for 25% in 5 years. Okay, so let's expound on that. AR is 185,400 no? And to find the future worth, so bali na siya na 1.1 plus 0.25 to the power of 5 minus 1 all over 0.25 goods plus, of course, our salvage value of 27,000. Okay, so let's put all of that in brackets minus our first cost na 270,000. Now to find its future worth given yan natin present worth, so that's just going to be 1 plus 0.25 to the power of 5. Okay. Next, we have atong annual expenses na 81,000 plus 10,800. It's multiplied by, karon ginapangitan na natin ang future worth. Same thing, we have 1 plus 0.25 to the power of 5 minus 1 all over 0.25. Okay, then let's also put that in brackets. So here, using our calculator, we have 185,400 multiplied by 1.25 to the power of 5 minus 1 all over 0.25, okay, plus 27,000. All right, so that's 1 million, 1.5 million. So, i-minus pa nato sa 270,000 times 1.25 to the power of 5 plus, of course, the 81,000 plus 10,800, diba? Okay, multiplied by 1.25 to the power of 5 minus 1 all over 0.25. Okay, so let's get that in curly. Let's get all that sa atong brackets. Okay, so ang magawas ni answer is negative 38,796.48. Okay, so from our decision, ruling, okay, so since FW is less than 0, therefore the investment is not justifiable. Ganon. Okay, so lastly, pinapangita sa problem ang payback period sa to ang investment. So let's look for that. The payback period is equal to the first cost minus the salvage value all over the um, net annual cash flows. Okay, so when we say net annual cash flows, okay, it's just the annual revenue minus the annual expenses. Okay, so we have here FC is 270,000 minus 27,000 minus all over 185,400 minus the 81,000 plus 10,800. Okay, so from that, our payback period is going to be kailangan 270,000 minus 27,000 all over 180, oops, 185,400 minus pilay 81,000 plus 10,800. Okay, so here we have 2.6 years. 2.6 years ang ato ang payback period. Okay, Here we have the solution na kung gibutang na sa PowerPoint. So let's look at another example. Example number 3. Okay, so example 3, you purchased the building 5 years ago for $100,000. Its annual maintenance cost has been $5,000 per year. At the end of 3 years, you spent $9,000 on roof repairs, and at the end of 5 years, you sell the building for $120,000. During the period of ownership, you rented the building for $10,000 per year, paid at the beginning of each year. So let's use the present worth, the future worth, and the annual worth methods to evaluate this investment when your MAR is 12%. Okay, so from this, let's create a cash flow diagram. So pila ni katuig? 5 years ang span. Okay. So here we have you purchase nimo siya. So you have the first cost of $100,000. Okay. Ang annual maintenance cost has been 5,000 per year. Let's move this so that hindi na siya maano. $5,000. Okay. Okay. Next, at the end of 3 years, you spent 9,000 on roof repairs. So we have one, two, three. Then natay roof repair, which is $9,000. So AOM, AOM, AOM. Okay. And then at the end of 5 years, you sell the building for $120,000. Okay. So let's place that as sale. $120,000. During the period of ownership, giparan pa jud nimong building for 10,000 per year. Kaso this one is paid at the beginning of each year. So dili pa lang at year 0 na natay. Okay. Na natay at 10,000. So let's just label that as R for rent. That is $10,000. So we have R. Okay. And that's it. Our Let's not forget our MAR, which is 12%. Okay, so first let's do the present worth method. So of course, our formula is net present worth is equals to the present worth of all cash inflows minus the present worth of all cash outflows. Okay, so our inflows involves, let's see, we have rent. Okay, we have rent. Then let's find the present worth, given that it's an annuity. Pero don't forget that this type of annuity is an annuity due. Okay, so that's going to be at 12% for 5 years. Okay, so another inflow that we have is the sale plus S. So given that this is a future value, let's find its present worth for 12% in 5 years time. Okay, so let's place that in brackets minus our present worth sa cash outflows. So of course, we have the first cost plus our um, annual operation and maintenance. Okay, so that one, since it's an annuity, so let's find its future worth given it's an annuity for 12% in 5 years time. Plus, let's not forget our roof repair. Okay, so um, this is a future value. So let's find its present worth given that it's a future value for 12% and it happens in year 3. Okay, so 3 pa itong ibutang dira. Okay, okay so um, instead of placing a due here, okay, so pag annuity due, ang idadagdag lang natin, i-multiply na to, would be 1 plus I, right? Okay, so that's annuity due. Okay, but I think overall, mara ni ato ang um, formula. So from our net present worth, we have R, which is 10,000, multiplied by find P given A. So that would be 1 minus 1 plus 0.12 to the power of negative 5 all over 0.12. Okay, multiplied by, let's not forget 1 plus 0.12. Okay, plus our salvage value of 100, or our sale of 120,000. So since it's a future value, let's find its present worth by 1 plus 0.12 to the power of negative 5. Okay, so I think that's it. Let's play some curly brackets minus our first cost of 100,000 plus our AOM of 5,000. Okay, so since this is an annuity, we have 1 minus 1 plus 0.12 to the power of negative 5 all over 0.12 plus our roof repair na 9,000 multiplied by 1 plus 0.12 to the power of negative 3. Okay, so I think that's it. We can now solve for PW. Mataas-taas rin to. Okay, so let's have 10,000 times 1 minus 1.12 to the power of negative 5 all over 0.12 multiplied by 1.12. Plus, of course, we have 120,000 multiplied by 1.12 to the power of negative 5. Yes, okay. So after that, don't forget to place brackets. Okay, so that would be minus, we have 100,000 plus 5,000 times 1 minus 1.12 to the power of negative 5 all over 0.12. Okay, plus 9,000 times 1.12 to the power of negative 3. Okay, so here we have 15,965.19. Okay, so from our decision ruling, since PW is less than 0, therefore the project is not justifiable. Okay, good. Next, let's move on to the future worth. So again, atong net future worth is equal to the future worth of all cash inflow minus the future worth of our cash outflows. Okay, so with that, ang ato ang inflow, dire ang green one. Okay, so we have the annuity in our rent. So that would be rent times F given A at 12% for 5 years. And since this is an annuity too, let's not forget the 1 plus I. Plus our sales. So since na naman na siya sa future, therefore, as is na na siya. Okay? Minus our future or our first cost, I mean, first cost. So since that is a present na ano, let's just find its future given that it's a present at 12% for 5 years. And another one is ang iyahang annual operation and maintenance. So let's just find its future given that it's an annuity for 12% in 5 years plus ang roof repair nato. Let's find the future value given that it's a present value for 12%. So in this case, makita na to that there's only like 2 years left until maabot siya sa future. So this is going to be 2. Okay. I think that's about it no, for our initial nga, formula. So we can now expound or substitute. Our R is 10,000. Tapos, to find the future of an annuity, it's going to be 1 plus 0.12 to the power of 5 minus 1 all over 0.12. And don't forget the 1 plus 0.12 plus our sale of 120,000. Okay, let's put that in curly brackets. Let's move on to the future worth of our cash outflows. So here we have the first cost. First cost is 100,000. So find its future worth. Okay, given that it's a present value, so all we need to do is multiply it by 1 plus 0.12 to the power of 5. Okay, plus ato ang AOM, which is 5,000. So same thing, if you need to find the future of an annuity, it's going to be 1 plus 0.12 to the power of 5 minus 1 all over 0.12. Okay. Then next, we have the roof repairs, which is 9,000. So to find the future worth, it's just going to be 1 plus 0.12 to the power of 2, because it's in 2 years' time. So let's place all that in curly brackets, and now we can solve. So we have 10,000 times 1.12 to the power of 5 minus 1 all over 0.12 multiplied by 1.12. Okay, plus 120,000. Minus na to sa 100,000 times 1.12 to the power of 5. Okay, plus we have 5,000 times 1.12 to the power of 5. Oops. Times 1 point. Oops. Okay. 5,000 times. Okay, here we go. We have 1.12 to the power of 5 minus 1 all over 0.12. Okay. Then plus 9,000 dayon times it's 1.12 to the power of 2. Okay. So our final answer is going to be 10,000 times 1.12 to the 5 times 1.12 me. Okay. So here we have negative 28,136.11. Okay. So for our future worthing method, we can see that since FW is less than 0, therefore the investment is not economically justifiable. Okay, so as you can notice, our future worth method is consistent with the present worth method nga conclusion. Okay, so next we have the AW na method. Okay, sorry. So AW, net worth, not annual worth, not annual worth will be equal to the annual worth of the cash inflow minus the annual cash outflow is equal to the annual expenses plus the annual depreciation charge plus our MR MRP. Okay, so let's first solve for the MRP. So we have the MAR multiplied by the first cost. So atong MAR here is 0.12 and our first cost here is 100,000. So that would mean that our MRP is $12,000. Okay, so now we can let's solve for the ADC pa. So that would be the first cost minus the salvage value or the sale in this case, and that's going to be all over the number of years. So our first cost is 100,000. Tapos mm, minus na to siya sa 120,000. So as you can notice, actually, dili depreciation ang term niya kasi bali mo ni saka iyahang value. Okay, from 100,000 na 120,000 siya at the end. Okay, so understandably, that's going to be 100,000 minus 120,000 all over 5. That's going to be negative 4,000. Okay. So now that we have the setup, let's go into the annual na annual worth of the cash inflow. So as you can notice, atong cash inflow naka-annuity due man siya. So kinahanglan nato siya i-convert to kanang annuity jud nga normal regular annuity, ordinary annuity. So before that kinahanglan nato siya i-convert to the present na worth niya. So for that, we have the present worth sa ato ang rent, no? So that's going to be the rent. Find P given A sa 12% in 5 years multiplied by 1 plus I. Okay. So that's going to be 10,000 times 1 minus 1 plus 0.12 to the power of negative 5 all over 0.12 multiplied by 1 plus 0.12. So kana makakuha ta og 1 minus 1.12 to the power of negative 5 all over 0.12 times 1.12. So here makakuha ta og 40 40,373.49. Okay. So nanatay present worth niya ato na din siyang himuong annual worth. So the annual worth of the rent nanatay PWR. So find its annual worth given that it's a present worth 12% in 5 years. Okay. So with that, we have 40,373.49. So let's shift things around. So that would be 0.12 all over 1 minus 1 plus 0.12 to the power of negative 5. Okay. So now we get so we get 11,200. Okay. 11,200. Okay. So since na tayo nga nga setup, we can now substitute everything. So here we have AW equals to, okay, so we have AWR minus annual expenses would be AOM, okay, plus the roof repair. That's the future given that it's an annuity. Find annuity given that it's a future. Okay, for 12% in 3 years. Plus, of course, let's not forget the ADC and MRP. Okay, so now we have 11,200 minus AOM ng 5,000. Roof repair ng 9,000. So, since bali man siya, ang annuity, ang future, ang annuity man ang ipangita given na future, so balikan lang nato siya. It's 0.12 over 1 plus 0.12 to the power of 3 minus 1. Okay? Tapos, that would equal to plus ADC pa di ay, which is negative 4,000 plus the MRP, which is 12,000. Okay, so now we have AW, which is 11,200 minus 5,000 plus 9,000 times 0.12 over 1.12 to the power of 3 minus 1. Okay, minus 4,000 plus 12,000. Okay, so ang magawas na value is negative 4,467.14. Oops. So from our decision ruling, we can see that since our AW is less than 0, therefore our investment is not justifiable. Okay, so this is consistent with our previous two methods na ginapangita. Okay, so that's it for example 3. So, maradiri iyahang solution. Move on to the rate of return method. So first we have the internal rate of return, and then the second is the external rate of return. So for the internal rate of return, or the IRR, this method solves for the interest rate that equates the equivalent worth of an alternative's cash inflows to the worth of the cash outflows. So this could be computed through the present worth, the future worth, or the annual worth nga methods. And ang interest rate nga magawas would be the IRR. So this method is also often called the investor's method, or the discounted cash flow method, or the profitability index. Then the IRR itself is often referred to as the break-even nga interest rate. So how would this be solved? So nata dire formula, no? So here we have the summation of all of the net revenues or savings sa kana na tuig. So you need to find its present value sa kaning mga revenues or savings at the I prime percent. Okay? So ang I prime is the IRR. Okay? So mo ni ang atong unknown. Okay? For K number of years, and this summation of present values of net revenues or savings is equal to the summation of the present value of all the net expenditures. Okay? For I prime gihapon or IRR gihapon nga interest rate at K na year. Okay? So pag nakita ninyo ang IRR, i-compare dayon na siya with the MAR to assess whether the alternative in question is acceptable. So kung mas dako ang imuhang IRR than the MAR, then it means that the alternative is acceptable. Otherwise, it's not. Okay? So basically, if IRR is greater than MAR, then the project is economically justified. Okay, so let's look through an example para ma-determine nato. So here we have the following project wherein ang MAR niya is 15% per year. So let's assume that ang ato ang MAR, which is money ang I nga icon, is 15% per year. Okay, so gihatagan taog investment cost na 10K, expected life for 5 years, and a salvage value of 1,000. Ang ato ang annual receipts is 8,000, and then ang expenses is, of course, 4,000. So first, atong buhatan ani would be to create a cash flow diagram. Yes, so number 4 na ni, right? So cash flow diagram. So nakita na to that ang atong tuig is 5 years, diba? So we have investment cost. Nag-invest ta for Pwede ba ma-switch? Okay. So, ang investment cost was 10,000. Tapos, we have annual expenses nga 4,000. Okay, we have annual expenses nga 4,000. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Nga 4,000. Okay, so next we have a kataman. Salvage value of 1,000. Okay, and what else? We have annual receipts nga 8,000. Okay, so both annual receipts and annual expenses are in the I prime nga interest rate. Okay. So next, of course, don't forget the MAR, nga 15%. Okay, so for this, let's balik ko na to tong ato ang ano no, formula. So ginapangita nato ang present worth sa tanang that revenues or savings. So ang net revenue would be since naman tayo find P given that A, so una na to ang AR at I prime percent for 5 years. Okay, plus our salvage value. And find the present worth given that it's a final worth for I prime percent in 5 years time. Okay, and that's equal to the initial cost or first cost ng 10,000. Since naka-present naman na, so dili na nato siya hilabtan, plus the annual expenses. Find its present worth given nga annuity man siya at I prime percent for 5 years. That's so kibali pwede ra pud din nato sila iisa, then i-equate nato siya sa 0, kibali 0. So let's go first with AR. Ang AR nato is 8,000. Okay, so since annuity man siya, 1 minus 1 plus I prime all over I prime. Let's not forget to the power of -5. Okay, plus our salvage value nga 1,000. So 1 plus I prime ni to the power of -5. Okay, so kana siya ma-minus FC minus also the annual expenses nga 4,000 multiplied by 1 minus 1 plus I prime to the power of -5 all over I prime. Okay, so for the unknown na dayon ta, just ang I prime percent. Um, we have 0 is equal to 0 equals to 8,000 times 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1 plus x to the power of -5 all over x plus we have 1,000 times 1 plus x to the power of -5 minus our FC, which is, what's FC? 10,000, no? 10,000 minus 4,000 times 1 minus 1 plus x, oops, 1 plus x to the power of -5 all over alpha x. Oh, what happened? Ano, nawala ako kung ano. Ah, oh, oh, wait, I think na-history yan eh. Oh my goodness. Okay, anyway, let's just retry. 8,000 times 1 minus 1 plus x alpha x to the power of -5 all over alpha x. Mhm. Hmm, okay, then we have plus 1,000 times 1 plus alpha x to the power of -5 minus 10,000 minus 4,000 1 minus 1 plus alpha x to the power of -5 all over alpha x. Okay, so atong I here is around 0.3006, okay, or that would be 30.06%. Okay, so since our I prime is yep, greater than our mar, okay, the project is economically justified. Okay, so that's it for example 4. Okay, so next, let's talk about the external rate of return. So this method directly takes into account the interest rate that is external to a project at which the net cash flows are generated by the project mm, over its life na pwede siya ma-reinvest pa jud. So if kaning external investment rate, okay, usually mo ni ang MAR, and what if equal din siya sa IRR sa project, then kaning ERR would equal those of the IRR nga method nga result. Okay, so kani siya kaning mga rate of return methods, they are called the investor's method, the discounted cash flow method, or profitability index. So in this case sa ERR, if ang atong ERR is greater than or equal to the MAR, then that would mean that the project is economically justified. So how will we go about solving for this? So pag mag-calculate tag ERR, there are three major steps. So first off, all net cash outflows should be discounted to the present at MAR na percentage per compounding period. Number two, all net cash inflows should be compounded to the period end at MAR na percentage. And number three, ang ERR nato, which is the interest rate, pwede na lang nato na siya i-determine or resolve. So, mo ni ang ato ang formula, no? So, we have the present value of the excess of expenditures over receipts in period K. So summation ana niya is multiplied pa jud with the future worth, okay, na naka ERR na unknown na to nga interest rate times n. So kani siya okay, expenditures. So next kani siya is it's the future worth, okay, future worth of all the um cash of receipts over expenses, okay, sa ato ang period K. Okay, but kani siya is naka MAR. Okay, so para mas masabtan, let's just go over the same na example, no? Pero this time, let's look for its ERR. Okay. So, it's quite difficult at first, no? Asa man nimo kasabot ani ma'am. Okay, but here we have, I'll just go through the same thing here. Number 5. Kasi same lang mga ato ang cash flow diagram. Okay, so for this, um, tanaw na to first ang cash nga inflow. Okay, which or cash inflow, yes, which is the AR. Okay, so we could have, whether put natin na set equal to 0, we have AR. So ang AR daw, ang tanan daw nga cash inflows, is compounded to period end at the MAR. Okay, MAR nga percentage. So therefore, future ang atong ginapangita. So let's find the future given that it's an annuity at MAR percentage for 5 years. Okay, so same thing with the salvage value, future ang atong ginapangita when it comes to cash inflow. But since na naman siya sa year 5, so assets na siya salvage value. So next, let's go to the cash outflows. So kani daw pag cash outflow, pangitaon na to ang iyahang, okay, future worth. Um, no. Pag cash outflow, i-discount sa nato siya to the present before nato pangitaan ang iyahang future worth. Okay? So for the initial investment, since na naman siya sa present of daan, so diretso na siya pangitaon ang iyahang future worth, no? So pag mangita na kasi ang future worth, dito na mo na ang imong I prime or imong ERR ang gamiton nun. Pero while i-discount pa nimo siya sa present, ang MAR imong gamiton. So for example, with this year's annual expenses, so i-discount siya sa present, find the present given nga annuity siya at 15% nga MAR for 5 years. Usap nato pangitawon ang iyahang future given na nakita naman nato iyahang P at the external rate of return for 5 years. Ano siya? Okay, so once na-set up na nato, we could substitute. So our AR is equal to 8,000. Okay, para makita ang future worth, sa NBT, that would be 1 plus 0.15 to the power of 5 minus 1 all over 0.15 plus our salvage value of 1,000 minus our FC nga 10,000. So, pangitaon na to ang iyahang future worth 1 plus I prime percent for to the power 5 years. Minus ang atong annual expenses nga 4,000. So, again, given nga annuity man ni, pangitaan sa nato yung present, so that would be 1 minus 1 plus 0.15 to the power of negative 5 all over 0.15. Okay? So next, pangitaan dayon nato yung future, so that would be 1 plus 0. Actually, we don't know, naka-I prime siya. Okay? To the power of 5. Okay? Sakto ba? Okay, so let's calculate na dayan. Okay, we have 0 is equal to, we have 8,000 times 1.15 to the power of 5 minus 1 all over 0.15. So we have plus 1,000 minus 10,000 times 1 plus alpha x, okay, to the power of 5 minus 4,000 times, we have 1 minus 1.15 to the power of negative 5 all over 0.15. Oops. All over 0.15. Okay? That's multiplied pa jud by 1 plus x alpha x to the power of 5. Ayan. Okay, so our x would equal to, or our ERR, I prime percent would equal to 0.1860 times 100, so that would be 18.6%. Okay, so as you can see, ang ato ang ERR is greater than our MAR, so therefore, the project is economically justifiable. So from both ARR and IRR methods, makita nato na consistent na atong conclusion that the project is economically justifiable. Although lahi lang na method ang gigamit. Okay? So here we have the solution. Different lang ang akong solution nagibutang in the case of the cash flow diagram na bali lang, pero otherwise it's fine. So lastly, let's talk about the benefit cost ratio method. So sa benefit cost analysis, this is a systematic method to assess the desirability of projects or policies when it is important to take a long view sa future nga effects and a broad view of possible nga side effects. So this is the calculation of the ratio of benefits to the cost. So kaning gihapon pwede gihapon ma-measure ang equivalent worth in terms of the present worth, annual worth, or future worth. So sometimes ang benefit cost analysis is often known as, or the benefit cost ratio is known as the savings investment ratio, or SIR. Okay. So a project is desirable or acceptable when the BC ratio is greater than or equal to 1. Okay, pero pag less than 1, okay, so that is not desirable. So ang advantage ani over the IRR, or the rate of return ng mga methods now, is that this can be solved directly. Okay, now here we have 6 types of the BC ratio method. So we have the conventional BC ratio with the present worth, or the modified BC ratio with present worth. We also have the conventional BC ratio with annual worth, and the modified BC ratio with annual worth. Now, sometimes ginagamit po ng conventional BC ratio with present worth if na and na salvage value included pa dyan, or the modified BC ratio with present worth, salvage value included. Okay, so first let's go into the conventional BC ratio with present worth. So mo ni ang ato ang formula, no? So BC would be equal to the present worth, or the benefits of the proposed project, all over the present worth of the total costs of the proposed project. So that would be PW na benefits, present worth of the benefits, all over the initial investment plus the present worth of the operation and maintenance. Okay. When it comes to modified naman, the formula would be the present worth of the benefits minus the present worth of the operating and maintenance cost all over the initial investment. Now, for the conventional BC ratio with annual worth, so ang annual worth lang sa benefits of the proposed project all over the annual worth of the total cost of the proposed project. So this would equal to the annual worth of the benefits all over the CR, or capital recovery amount. Okay. So appeal na ani ang the equivalent annual cost of the initial investment, and naka allowance for salvage value kung naay salvage value sa problem, plus the annual worth of the operating and maintenance costs. So modified na BC ratio with annual cost, so it would be the annual cost of the annual worth of the benefits minus the annual worth of the operating and maintenance cost all over the capital recovery amount. So with the conventional BC ratio with present worth, salvage value included, so we have here the present worth sa atong benefits all over the initial investment minus the present worth of the salvage value plus the present worth of the operating and maintenance costs. Now, for the modified BC ratio with present worth and salvage value included, we have here the present worth of the benefits minus the present worth of the operating and maintenance all over the initial investment minus the present worth of the salvage value. Okay, so let's get into the final example, 3.6. We have here the city of Baguio is considering extending the runways of its municipal airport so that commercial jets can use the facility. The land necessary for the runway extension is currently farmland, which can be purchased for 350,000 pesos. Construction costs for the runway extension are projected to be 600,000 pesos, and the additional annual maintenance for the extension are estimated to be 22,500. Now, if the runways are extended, a small terminal will be constructed at a cost of 250,000. So the annual operating and maintenance costs for the terminal are estimated to be 75,000. Finally, the projected increase in flights will require the addition of 2 air traffic controllers at an annual cost of 100,000 pesos. Annual benefits of the runway extension have been estimated as follows. So we have 325,000 pesos for rental receipts from airlines leasing space at the facility, and we also have 65,000 pesos for airport tax charged to the passengers. We also have 50,000 pesos of convenience benefit for the residents of Baguio, and additional 50,000 for the tourism dollars of Baguio. Now let's apply the BC ratio method with a study period of 20 years and a nominal interest rate of 10% per year to determine whether the runways at Baguio Municipal Airport should be extended. Okay, so taas tayo siyang problem. Let's break it down. As you can notice from our um, benefit cost ratio formulas, there is a kanang repeating pattern, no, or just like repeating na mga costs. So for example, or value. Okay, so for example, repeating ang benefit, and then ang initial nga investments, and ang costs. So always, um, when you look at the formulas, so balik-balik lang no, we have the benefit, the initial investment, and the cost, then benefit, cost, investment, benefit, and then kaning capital recovery amount, which is, when we talk about the capital recovery amount, it's the investment minus the salvage value. Okay, and then cost. So benefit, cost, and then the capital recovery or the investment and salvage value. Okay, so balik-balik lang siya ng mga um, values, okay, or variables. Ayan na. So basically, from our example, we have read this earlier. So nabantayan nato na wala may mention nga salvage value. Okay, so basically, when we pagmagian nato ang capital recovery na variable, so since wala man tay salvage value, then that would be the initial investment na lang. Okay, so basically mahati na to atong mga given into three nga columns. So we would have the benefit, the cost, and the initial nga investment. Okay, so let's do that before we do anything else. So unahan na to ang initial investment, or I for short. Okay, so that would be, ano siya, the land necessary is purchased for 350,000. Then ang construction costs would be 600,000. And then nanadayoy annual maintenance. So kana siya annual, since annual maintenance naman, so that won't be an initial nga investment. So we have naka-on ba akong mic? Okay, yes. Okay, so here, if the runways are extended, a small terminal will be constructed. So that's an initial nga investment, which is 250,000 ang terminal. Now, na siya gingon nga annual operating and maintenance cost for the terminal, and that's cost, annual cost na siya. So dili na siya included sa initial investment. Then napoy annual cost for the air traffic controllers, etc. So basically mo ni ang ato ang initial investment. So I would be equal to, we have 350,000 plus 600,000 plus 250,000, and that's 1,000. Sorry, that's 1,200,000 for the investment. Next, we have the annual na cost. So let's just label it as C. Okay, so construction cost, annual maintenance cost, O&M, that is ano daw, 22,500. Then OM for the runway ni, then we have O&M for the terminal, which is 75,000. Then we have air traffic controllers, and they are 100,000 per year. So I think that's it for the annual costs. So therefore, C would equal to, we have 22,500 plus 75,000 plus 100,000. So that's 197,500. Okay, so may na lang ang annual benefits is listed na daan. Let's just note it as letter B. All right, so we would have the following. So let's just add that all up, and we would have 325,000 plus 65,000 plus 100,000 for the 250,000. Okay, so we have 490,000 for the benefits. Okay, so nanatay hinganak. Now let's apply the BC ratio na method for a period of n is equals to 20 years and nominal interest rates of 10% per year. So per year annual naman. So that would be 10%. So let's find out if the runways should be extended. So let's go to the first one, which is the conventional BC ratio with the present worth. So ang iyahang formula is the following. So we have benefit over the initial investment plus the annual nga cost. Okay. or even just C. Okay, so we basically have, pwede na jud diretso ra jud siya, okay? So we have 490,000. But then, ang initial investment of the proposed project, okay, so this is kanang present worth. Okay, dili siya diretso. So we have present worth of the benefits, and then we have the since present worth of the total costs, present worth of the costs. So that would be um present worth of the benefits all over all over so present worth of cost, that would be initial investment plus the present worth of the annual costs. Okay, so from that we would have um kung present worth sa B, so that would be B since annual man siya. So find the present worth given nga annual siya at 10% for 20 years nga na. And same here with the annual costs. So oops, so you would have C find P given nga annuity na siya 10% for 20. Okay. Right, so we can now calculate BC as ang B would be 490,000. So let's find the P 1 minus 1 plus 0.10 to the power of negative na 20 all over 0.10. Okay, and then all over the initial investment is 1,200,000 plus the annual cost, which is 197,000, 197,500. So if that's an annuity, let's find its present worth by 1 plus 0.10 to the power of negative 20 all over 0.10. Okay. All right. So that would be, guys. Let's calculate. We'll have 400, we will have 490,000 multiplied by 1 minus 490,000 multiplied by 1 minus 1.1 to the power of negative 20 all over 0.1. Tapos we would have 1, 2, okay, plus 197,500 plus I multiplied by 1 minus 1.1 to the power of negative 20. Nasulog na ako, but that's fine. 0.1. So we would have 1.45. All right, since our BC is greater than 1, okay, it's 1.45. Therefore, the project is desirable. Okay, so let's check with the rest of the BC um method. So next would be the modified BC ratio with present worth. Then ang iyaharang formula is the present worth of D minus the present worth of our annual costs, or just C all over the oops, all over the initial investment. Okay, so from that we just have 490,000 multiplied by 1 minus 1.1 to the power of negative 20 all over 0.10. Okay, and actually we could just do the whole thing no para dali. 490 minus the annual cost nga 197,500, then usa na nato siya multiply sa ato ang present worth nga factor. Okay, so that would be all over the initial investment of 1.2 million. Okay, so from that we would have ABC ratio of um, 490,000 minus 197,500 multiplied by 1 minus 1.1 to the power of negative 20 all over 0.1. Tapos all over 1.2 million. So, ang atong makuha na BC ratio is 2.08. So, same thing, since it's greater than 1, the project is desirable. Okay. So, next, let's move on to the um, conventional ratio with the annual worth. So, conventional with annual worth. Okay, so for this, ang ato ang formula is the annual worth of the benefit all over the annual worth of the total costs. Tapos, the annual worth of the total cost is just equal to the capital recovery. Annual worth, capital recovery plus the annual worth of the costs. Now, again, from earlier, ang atong capital recovery is just the initial investment minus the salvage value. Okay, so that would mean that since wala man tayo salvage value sa ato ang problem, that would mean nga initial na investment na lang na siya plus AWC. Okay, so for our annual worth sa B, we could just expand it daan. Ang B, benefit, so, since annual worth naman siya, directly na yun na B. Same thing here with this annual worth sa costs. So, direct na ta when it comes to this. Okay, so we have here, except for the initial investment, since ang initial investment is ano man na siya, present na worth. Okay, so let's find its annual worth given that it's a present worth for 10% in 20 years. Yun. Okay, so with this, we have B, ang benefit na to is 490,000 all over our initial, which is 1.2 million. So if annual atong ginapangita, given nga present siya, so baliktaron na nato. So it's 0.10 all over 1 minus 1 plus 0.10 to the power of negative 20. Okay. Plus the annual costs, which is 197,500. Okay. Oops. So calculating this, we see we would have 490,000 all over 1,200,000 times 0.1 minus 1 minus 1.1 to the power of negative 20, okay, plus 197,500. Okay, so here we have 1.45 for our BC ratio. Okay, so again, since that one is greater than 1, the project is still desirable. So our results for this method is consistent with the previous two methods. So let's go with letter D, which is the modified with annual worth. Okay, so the modified book with annual worth is yung formula. We have the annual worth of B minus the annual worth of the costs all over the capital recovery, wherein that would mean that we have B minus C all over I. But ang I na to, like I said, is going to be A given P 10% in 20 years. Okay. So from that, let's solve or substitute. We have b equals to 490,000 minus 197,500 all over the 1 million times the a over p. Okay, so basically isaka lang nato, no, minus 197,500. Okay, so we have a BC ratio of 2.08. So as we can see, this is greater than 1, and therefore the project is desirable. Okay, so for the next couple of uh, formulas or types of benefit cost ratio methods, not tayo conventional with salvage value. Kaso since this problem involves no salvage value, so dili na nato na siya i-solve og appeal. So kanila ko pa, we have A, B, C, and D. Okay, so as you can notice, although different ilahang methods, makita nato na ang conventional methods all have the same value 1.45 and ang modified na methods also have the same value nga 2.08. Okay, so consistent ta when it comes to calculating the benefit cost ratio methods. Okay, so that's it for this topic. Okay, so with that, naatay quiz number 4. So please answer this quiz and i-pass lang by Tuesday. Tuesday, yes. April 22. Okay, so thank you guys for listening. And if you reach this part, and if you have reached this part of the video, then please leave a comment na done. Okay, so that means nga duha ang inyong i-comment. So that would be alarm clock and done. Okay, and you will get points for commenting that. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, and goodbye.